Have you ever felt like you're caught in a storm, tossed around by events completely out of your control? A job loss, a difficult breakup, a health scare. Life has a way of throwing chaos at us, leaving us feeling overwhelmed and powerless. We've all been there. It's easy to get swept away by the tidal wave of anxiety, anger, and despair. But what if I told you there's a way to find an anchor in that storm? A way to find stillness, even when chaos is raging all around you? This isn't about ignoring the problem or pretending it doesn't hurt. It's about finding an inner fortress of calm, a quiet space inside you that remains untouched by the external turmoil. This is the core practice of Stoicism, an ancient philosophy that's more relevant today than ever. The Stoics weren't emotionless statues. They were practical people, generals, emperors, playwrights who developed a powerful toolkit for navigating the hardships of life with courage and grace. Today, we are going to unpack that toolkit and learn how you can walk through your own hardships like a Stoic. So, where do we start? The first and most fundamental principle of Stoicism is what is known as the dichotomy of control. It's a simple but profoundly life-changing idea. Picture two circles. In one circle, you put everything you have direct control over. What's in there? Your thoughts, your judgments, your decisions, your actions, your attitude. That's pretty much it. In the other, much larger circle, you put everything you don't have control over. This includes other people's opinions, the economy, the weather, whether someone likes you, and even your own health to a large extent. The Stoic practice is to focus all of your energy and attention on the first circle, the things you can control, and to accept the things in the second circle with equanimity. Think about how much time and energy we waste worrying about things we can't change. We get angry at traffic. We stress about what a coworker thinks of us. We despair over a past mistake. A Stoic would say, is this within my control? If the answer is no, then worrying about it is not only useless, but it's also actively harmful. It drains your energy and prevents you from focusing on what you can do. Let's take a real-world example. Imagine you just lost your job. It's a huge blow, and it's natural to feel scared and angry. The non-Stoic reaction might be to spiral into panic, blame your boss, and endlessly refresh job sites with a sense of dread. The Stoic approach is different. First, you acknowledge the situation. I have lost my job. This is difficult and painful. You allow yourself to feel the initial emotion. But then you apply the dichotomy of control. Can I control the company's decision? No. Can I control the state of the job market? No. Can I control my response to this situation? Yes. So you shift your focus. Instead of dwelling on the injustice, you ask, what is within my power right now? You can update your resume. You can reach out to your network. You can set a goal of applying to 3 jobs a day. You can use this time to learn a new skill. You can control your daily routine, ensuring you still get exercise, eat well, and get enough sleep. By focusing on your actions, you reclaim your sense of agency. You're no longer a victim of circumstance. You are an active participant in your own life, moving forward despite the setback. This shift from passive worry to active response is the first step to finding stillness in chaos. Now, this leads us to the second powerful Stoic tool, changing our perception. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus famously said, "It's not things that upset us, but our judgment about things." The event itself, losing a job, for example, is neutral. It's just a fact. What causes our suffering is the story we tell ourselves about it. We tell ourselves, this is a catastrophe. I'm a failure. I'll never find another job. These are judgments, not facts. And as we learned, our judgments are firmly within our control. The Stoics practiced an exercise called reframing. It's about looking at a situation from a different perspective. Instead of seeing a job loss as a disaster, could you see it as an opportunity? An opportunity to find a career that's more fulfilling? A chance to reevaluate your priorities? A forced break that allows you to spend more time with family? This isn't about toxic positivity or pretending something bad is actually good. It's about finding the constructive angle. The Roman Emperor Marcus Aurelius, one of the most famous Stoics, wrote in his private journal, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." He meant that every obstacle can be seen as a new path. The obstacle itself, the hardship, becomes the material you use to practice virtue. If you're treated unfairly, it's an opportunity to practice patience and justice. If you face a loss, it's an opportunity to practice courage and resilience. The chaos isn't just something to be endured. It's a training ground for your character. When you start viewing challenges this way, they lose their power to break you. They become a part of your journey, a part of your growth. You start to see every difficulty not as a roadblock, but as a stepping stone. So we've talked about focusing on what you can control and reframing your perception of events. The third key is a practice called asterisk, premeditatio malorum asterisk, which translates to the premeditation of evils. This sounds grim, but it's actually an incredibly powerful tool for building resilience. The idea is to take time regularly, say, every morning, to visualize things going wrong. Imagine your car breaking down. Imagine a project at work failing. Imagine losing a loved one. Now, why on earth would anyone do this? It's not to wallow in negativity. It's for two reasons. First, by mentally rehearsing potential hardships, you rob them of their shock value. When you've already considered the possibility of something going wrong, you're less likely to panic if it actually happens. You've already thought, okay, if that happened, what would I do? It's like a fire drill for your mind. Second, it cultivates gratitude for what you have right now. When you take a moment to imagine losing something or someone you cherish, you appreciate their presence in your life so much more in the present moment. Your daily commute, your warm bed, a conversation with a friend, these small things become sources of joy when you realize they aren't guaranteed. Seneca, another great Stoic thinker, advised that when you kiss your child goodnight, you should quietly reflect that they might not be there in the morning. This sounds shocking to our modern ears, but his point wasn't to be morbid. It was to love them fully, completely, in that very moment, without taking their presence for granted. This practice doesn't make you anxious. It makes you prepared and profoundly grateful. It helps you find stillness by appreciating the good in your life, even while acknowledging its fragile nature. Let's bring these three principles together. 1. Focus only on what you can control: your thoughts and actions. 2. Reframe obstacles as opportunities for growth. 3. Mentally prepare for adversity to build resilience and cultivate gratitude. This is the Stoic path to finding stillness in chaos. It's not a one-time fix. It's a daily practice. It's about training your mind day in and day out to be less reactive and more intentional. When chaos hits, remember these steps. First, pause. Take a breath. Resist the urge to react immediately. Second, ask yourself, what part of this is in my control, and what part is not? Put your energy where it matters. Third, ask, what is the story I'm telling myself about this? Can I tell a different, more empowering story? Look for the opportunity within the obstacle. And finally, remember that you have prepared for this. You are stronger than you think. You have an inner citadel, a fortress of calm that no external event can ever truly breach. Life will always have its storms. There will always be chaos, but you don't have to be a leaf tossed in the wind. You can be the mountain, solid, grounded, and unshaken. You can find that stillness, that quiet strength, right in the eye of the storm. Thank you so much for joining me today on this journey into Stoic wisdom. I hope these tools provide some value and help you navigate your own challenges with a little more peace and courage. If you found this helpful, please consider liking the video and subscribing to the channel for more content on practical philosophy for modern life. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Stay strong and be well.